Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and tackle the fascinating process of algorithmic document separation. If you've ever dealt with massive, chaotic piles of digital paperwork, you know exactly how painful it is to sort through it all. Think about the countless hours lost just clicking, dragging, and painstakingly reading every single page to figure out where one file ends and the next begins. Today, we're popping the hood to look at the exact step-by-step algorithmic process a machine uses to sort this out automatically.
Imagine trying to automatically split a giant 100-page scanned PDF into separate invoices, application forms, and ID files. That's the exact problem document separation solves. You're starting with a continuous sequence of images, which is really just a raw digital stream. At this point, the algorithm has absolutely zero context. It doesn't know what a word is, let alone a whole document. It just sees a massive sea of pixels. The algorithm's job is to take that blind stream and find the precise, logical boundaries between the distinct documents hidden inside.
Here's our agenda for today. We'll look at the document separation problem, move into pre-processing and extraction for steps 1 through 3, hit probabilistic classification in step 4, tackle sequence decoding in step 5, and finish up with conflict resolution and splitting in steps 6 and 7.
This complete 7-step algorithmic roadmap is exactly how we transform a raw digital stream into neatly structured files. It moves logically from basic input in OCR all the way down to physical splitting. We're going to break down each of these algorithmic steps in detail so you can see exactly how a computer tackles this massive organizational challenge.
Phase 1. Local page processing.
We kick things off by cleaning up that raw image stream. In step 1, the algorithm accepts the raw digital stream of pages, let's call them x1 through xn. It runs basic image preprocessing to give the machine a fighting chance at reading the data. This means deskewing or straightening out crooked pages, reducing visual noise, and binarizing the images. Now, binarization is an absolute algorithmic necessity here. It converts the image from grayscale or color into pure black and white, allowing the machine to clearly identify text contours. Then, moving to step 2, we run optical character recognition, or OCR, to grab the actual text. But we aren't just extracting words. We also run layout analysis to map out the spatial coordinates, locking in the bounding boxes of words, lines, tables, and images.
The really crucial point in step 3 is capturing a multimodal view of the page. We need to pull everything from specific keywords to visual barcodes and blank spaces. We extract textual features using techniques like bag of words and TF-IDF. To put it simply, TF-IDF, which stands for term frequency, inverse document frequency, calculates how uniquely important a specific word, like invoice or summary, is to that particular page compared to the rest of the pile. It helps the machine spot unique document headers. But text alone isn't enough. We also extract visual features, actively scanning the image for logos, barcodes, or stamps that often signal a boundary. Finally, we look at layout structures by mathematically measuring the number of empty lines and the width of the margins.
Now, in step 4, all those extracted multimodal features are fed into a trained model, like a support vector machine, or SVM. The SVM takes all these features, the TF-IDF scores, the barcode flags, the margin widths, and plots them mathematically in a high-dimensional space. By looking at where a page lands in that space, the model computes the probability of the page belonging to one of 4 boundary states. Does this page look like a start page, a middle page, an end page, or is it a single one-page document? The classifier assigns a mathematical probability for each of these 4 states to every single page, and it does this completely independently.
Phase 2. Global sequence mapping.
Evaluating pages individually just isn't enough. We need a narrative twist to evaluate the entire sequence logically. Think about it. If you look at a table of numbers on a single page, is it a middle page or a start page? Locally, it can be entirely ambiguous. To solve this, we take those independent probabilities from step 4 and run them through a sequence decoder before we finally validate and split the files in steps 6 and 7. To decode the sequence, we use a finite state sequence model, something like a hidden Markov model or a conditional random field. This relies on a strictly enforced transition graph. These transition rules act as unbreakable algorithmic laws because they prevent impossible sequences. They ensure, for example, that an end page isn't inexplicably followed immediately by a middle page. Think about it logically for a second. A start page must transition to a middle or an end page. A single page is a standalone document, so the very next page has to be another start or another single page. And since an end page definitively marks the conclusion of a document, whatever follows simply must be the start of a new one or a single.
There are absolutely no exceptions.
This mathematically optimizes step 5, where the Viterbi algorithm finds the single most probable sequence of states for the entire batch. You can think of the Viterbi algorithm almost like a GPS mapping the fastest route to your destination. It looks at all the possible pathways of pages and mathematically locks in the one sequence that makes the absolute most logical sense from start to finish. It combines the local page probabilities, that's the P of xt given yt part, with the strict transition probabilities we just talked about, the P of yt given yt minus 1 part. By multiplying these probabilities across the whole document stream, the algorithm maps out the optimal, globally logical sequence, completely resolving any of those local ambiguities.
Phase 3. Finalization and splitting.
In the final 2 steps, the algorithm applies heuristic validations to catch any lingering conflicts, and finally inserts the logical splits to generate our separate PDF files. In step 6, the system runs a final sanity check using heuristic rules. For example, it might enforce a practical rule that a specific type of document, let's say an ID scan, cannot exceed a maximum page limit. Once that's validated, step 7 is the incredibly satisfying physical splitting. The algorithm essentially takes a pair of precise digital scissors and inserts splitting points right at the boundaries that the sequence model labeled as start or single. Finally, it writes out the brand new, perfectly clean, separate PDF or TIFF files.
And there you have it, the complete 7-step algorithmic pipeline, taking us from a raw, noisy sea of pixels all the way to perfectly segmented, logical documents. Which leaves us wondering, how else could this exact, strict sequential transition logic we just detailed be adapted to tame other chaotic data streams in our digital world? It is definitely a fascinating concept to ponder.